Guided meditation is a very popular topic, and YouTube is chock full of such meditations. But what is it really, and how to do or choose pre-recorded guided meditation tools? How does this practice relate to relaxation exercises as well as more woo practices and experiences such as Astral Temple work and Astral Projection? Let's cover the woo first. So let's begin by saying that there are two kinds of so-called astral travel. One is an out-of-the-body experience, or OBE, also known as astral projection. The other, astral temple building, is an imaginal visualization practice and experience similar to guided meditation. In the former, an OBE, a person has the actual sensation of separating from the body. In the latter, astral temple work, a person uses imagination and visualization to build an imaginary place in which the person imagines themselves intentionally performing actions as well as following images that spontaneously arise in the mind, sort of like daydreaming, but quite a bit more structured and intentional. This type of visualization practice got its name from early 20th century esotericists and occultists who were inspired by Jungian psychology and other early forms of consciousness research. Later, in about the 1980s, practices dubbed shamanic journeying and then guided meditation came into vogue, using formats similar to those used in astral temple work. People think that they do come out of their bodies during OBEs, but at least scientifically speaking, they may be in a trance or dissociated state set off by irregular electroneurochemical happenings in the brain. Lots of how-to books are available for guidance about inducing an OBE. A person basically has to be deeply relaxed and also sensitized to certain body sensations. In one technique, the practitioner projects an image of a double and very strongly identifies his sense of self, his body sensations and placement, with the visualized double until they experience themselves from the perspective of the double. This happens effortlessly and spontaneously in about 10% of normal, healthy people, and it can be learned and practiced. But it also occurs as a symptom of disease in persons with epilepsy and schizophrenia. OBEs also more frequently occur during trauma or extreme pain states as a coping mechanism and, of course, in the context of near-death experiences. Once seemingly separated from the physical body, the person may be able to have adventures, as one does in lucid dreaming or certain trance states. In the non-OBE astral temple experience, as I mentioned, you imagine a place in good detail, like a dream. It can be similar to or the same as the experience of hypnosis. Similar adventures and interactions in imaginal space can be had in a way that is much more self-directed or spontaneously unfolding than in guided meditation. The remainder of this video will only focus on the non-OBE experience, with focus on the idea of the astral temple and guided meditation and how best to use them for relaxation, self-development, and self-hypnosis. You don't need to be an expert in meditation or trance states for these practices. In fact, their use may help hone your ability to focus and concentrate for when you do want to pursue a more traditional form of meditation. You can follow predetermined cues, a setting or storyline that stimulate the imagination and inner senses, and also provide a navigational map of your intentionally imagined inner world. In astral temple work, a portal for entry and exit is often imagined, a door, a cave, crevice, or some such transitional space that leads between an outer and inner world. While either sitting in a comfortable or meditative posture or lying on your back, you can imagine passing through the portal into another environment. Once there, explore in the spontaneously unfolding narrative of your mental vision. You may come upon surreal but meaningful imagery, guides who will have conversations with you. You can visualize yourself performing activities such as magical or spiritual rites and practices. You can even hone more mundane skills in this way by imagining yourself practicing the skill, as if you were on a Star Trek holodeck. You can practice archery or dance or hitting a baseball, playing guitar, or just about anything. This type of practice in the context of performance hypnosis is how top athletes and performers hone their skills, in addition to actual physical training. It improves performance by actually conditioning muscles and brain neurochemistry in relation to the imagined activity. When you engage imaginary senses, emotions, and concentration, parts of the brain don't necessarily know the difference between imagined action and actual physical action. When you decide to emerge from this experience to full waking consciousness, you can retrace your steps back to the imaginary scene of entrance. You may want to review the suggestion or intention about calmness or confidence, or another message to take with you to waking ordinary life before ending the session, and this will act as a useful hypnotic suggestion. Then go through your imaginary portal back to fuller awareness of the present moment in your body as it is resting in real time and space. Gently breathe and stretch your fingers, toes, and limbs. Smile. Assess how refreshed you feel and get on with your day. As for a guided meditation, these often are recordings in which the narrator talks to you in a deep state of relaxation and then suggests imagery for you to follow. Some recordings include musical sound frequencies that are supposed to influence your consciousness, sending you into an alpha, theta, or gamma brainwave state. It's important to be aware that guided meditation is actually hypnotic induction, not meditation. If a narrator of a guided meditation is facilitating putting you into a state of relaxed, focused, and absorbed concentration in which you are meant to follow their suggestions and directions, that is trance hypnosis. Therefore, it's important to feel confident about the integrity of the source of guided meditation recordings, because the narrator is in fact hypnotizing you, whether or not they claim to be doing so. A companion video to this one is a guided meditation for insight and relaxation, and the theme is exploring the elemental planes.